Hey, how we all doing, my great smelling people? And welcome back. So you've seen the thumbnail. Yep, Zoologist. And for a relatively well-renowned niche brand, I've got zero exposure. I haven't smelled a thing from the house. Shame on me. Shame on me. So I've got a discovery set here. I got off a friend and subscriber. Thanks very much, Jack Day. I got them, it must be a year ago. It must be a year ago, or at least coming up to a year ago. And in they went into my bag of stink. This is full of challenging, potentially brutal fragrances that aren't for your average bear. But I figured that, there's still plenty of things in there that I can review that people will find interesting, namely this discovery set. Now, I did have a look at what was in it when I first got it, and then, like I say, off it went into that bag and didn't see the light of day again until today. So I'd completely forgotten what was in it, completely forgotten. I knew T-Rex and Penguin and Moth were in it, but I forgot about all the rest. So, longest intro ever. If you're at all interested in what my thoughts are on these 10 offerings from Zoologist, then stick around.
Smelling great won't get you a date, but you have no class if you smell it like ass. Wanna smell good and wanna smell nice. Stay tuned for the bald guy's advice.
Yeah, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for clicking on view. If an unbiased opinion from an average lad is what you're after, then you've come to the right place.
Freaks of the world unite!
So, the 10 fragrances that I've got on test today are Panda, Penguin, Bee, Camel, Rabbit, Chameleon, Cobra, Squid, T-Rex, and a Moth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smell each of them, give my thoughts on how I think they smell on paper. I haven't got the time to, or the available skin to test these properly, and it is a blind sniffing. So let's not hang about any further and let's get this show on the road. I'm just going to pick them up left to right. First of all, we've got Panda. You'll have noticed on the thumbnail that it was a picture of me holding my nose as if I was expecting all of these to be disgusting. I don't expect them all to be disgusting at all, because they are relatively popular. Not for your average people, obviously, but they certainly aren't renowned for being stinky or anything. I wish you got a lot more out of it on these blooming dabber things. Like, I didn't even see any moisture on that. I'm gonna have to just do that, aren't I? Yeah, that's what I'll do. Sorry about this, guys. It's not exactly the most convenient way of testing fragrances in these little things. Just put some Panda juice on my leg there.
You're sick!
But that sentence has never been said in the history of anyone ever. Panda. Yeah, I quite like it. There is something, I don't know if this is going to be a common theme, but there is, let me just state the obvious, there is something animalic about it. But I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark, and bamboo is going to be a note here. Yeah, a little bit mentholated. Green, woody, earthy, animalic. Let's have a look at the notes. Main accords are earthy, musky, fruity, green, powdery, fresh, ozonic, animalic, woody, and floral. And the listed notes are apple, tea, ozonic notes, osmanthus, magnolia, mandarin orange, I suppose I can get that, lily, earthy notes, patchouli, bamboo, jasmine, amber, orris, musk, civet, sandalwood, and vanilla. there's definitely something like eucalyptic, mentholic about it. I can only assume it's coming from the tea. It's not that animalic, but there is a funk. And I just, yeah, bamboo, I mean, it was going to be in there, wasn't it? Even if it is just a fantasy note. I'm assuming, because this is true with everything that has some stink with it, that this will be stinkier on skin. But as far as challenging fragrances go, this is actually very wearable. Not everyone's cup of tea, I wouldn't say it's mass appealing, but no true off-putting facets about it, at least not on strip. If you want me to rate it, it's difficult to rate just off paper, off not a true wearing, but initial first impressions, I'll give that like a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7. It's actually quite pleasant, yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I don't find much wrong with that at all. Obviously, performance and all that malarkey is not going to be spoken about because I'm just smelling it for the first time on paper. Penguin. What am I expecting from Penguin? Aquatic, but chilling, fresh. Might even be a bit fishy. I don't know. Oh yeah. Hey, that's nice, that.
He liked it!
I haven't smelt Lorenzo Pizzaglia's Arctic Sea yet. Like, not even whiffed it. I want to try it to get it in with the sea line that I've got 3 of. And although I haven't smelled it, I imagined it to smell like this. Like a Foxy's Glacier Mint. Yeah, difficult, like I say, on paper. Oh, I like this. Something actually quite soft. Something quite pillowy underneath that, like mentholic initial blast. That's really nice, that. Maybe like cashmere or something like that, innit? That's that like sort of like pillowy, fluffy sort of sandalwood sort of smell, do you know what I mean? Like creaminess. Yeah, but I mean, I can't really make sense of anything other than that, like really quite like sharp and spiky, minty style eucalyptus blast at the beginning. But it smells very, very pleasant. I'll give this like a 7.75 out of 10. I like this. I like Penguin. Let's see what the phone says about it. Main Accords. I love the artistry on these bottles. Main Accords: ozonic, fresh, woody, musky, aromatic, fresh, spicy, powdery, mossy, leather, and aquatic. So the notes, like up in the top, you've got ozonic notes, ice and juniper berry. Then in the mid, you've got pink pepper, saffron, labdanum. And then in the base, you've got suede, moss, musk, and sandalwood. Yeah, I got that sandalwood, like sort of creamy woodiness. The suede probably leaned into that and gave me that sort of fluffiness. Didn't really get any of the like leather sort of. Yeah, not off paper. Like the labdanum and the suede together should give you an obvious leather accord, as well with the saffron as well. Will help out with that. But I didn't get it. Definitely the ozonic notes and the ice. I guess I would have said yes, there's something aromatic in here, but I wouldn't have pinned it as juniper berry. That always reminds me of like shower gel, like a hand gel, you know, like a masculine beauty product of some sort, but I'm not really getting it. But it's just paper and it was just an initial smell, but I'll go back over them actually, you know, see if they change on paper over time. But yeah, Penguin, definitely 7.75 all day long. I'd definitely wear it. I like it. Been looking forward to this one because I like honey. It's B. Up to this point, it's a Heart of Autumn. Is my favourite honey fragrance. I can't see it ever being dethroned. But never say never, as they say. Now, this isn't as much like raw honey. This smells more like, it's changing already, but the initial smell, you know when you used to get a bag of cinder toffee when you were a kid, you know, the fairground or, you know, the seaside sweet shop or something, you get one of those big bags of like big chunks of cinder toffee, which is honeycomb, you know. Smell like that. Now it's getting floral. Very nice though. This is more gourmand than something like Zaharoff's Aurum. It's more like decadent and dessert like smelling. There's some animalics here, but they're not the star of the show. They're just there to give it some like added interest, something to give some character to the base or something. But yeah, like, oh, there's something like mentholic almost there, like a bright, like aromatic note. It's floral. Oh god, what's that floral? I think there's sandalwood in here too. This is the third one so far, right? And each of them have smelled of quality, of undeniable high quality, actually. I like that smell. In fact, I love that smell. I just don't know if I could wear it. Let's see about B. So the main accords of B are vanilla, beeswax, honey, powdery, amber, yellow floral, sweet, animalic, woody, and warm spicy. The listed notes are beeswax, ginger, orange, mimosa, broom, never heard of that floral, heliotrope, that might have been what I was getting, heliotrope and orange blossom, but I think it was the heliotrope. And then in the base you've got vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, sandalwood, musk and labdanum. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Isn't it funny? You know, once you see the notes, you can smell them. I can smell the ginger now. yeah, very good. I don't know if I enjoy it as much as Penguin. I'd probably give that a 7.5. But I do like it quite a lot. Yeah. B's nice. On to the next one. Not expecting this one to be as nice. Camel. Nothing against camels, but they are known to smell. Camel. Yeah, it's alright actually. Leather. Maybe a little bit of oud. There's a little bit of fecal. Like, it's nothing serious though. So I would imagine there's oud. And something animalic, like Castorium or civet or something. But dialed back. Some nice spices here actually. Yeah, like a mixture of spices. A little amouage, so I'm assuming there's maybe myrrh or frankincense in here too. A popanax or something like that. Resinous, smoky. Not that smoky though, it's more resinous. Spicy. Actually quite like this. Yeah. Yeah, the animalics aren't really that poopy. Poopy. Yeah, Camel's all right. Yeah, I like you, Camel. Yeah, so the main accords listed for Camel: amber, sweet, warm, spicy, fruity, woody, musky, powdery, balsamic, animalic, and smoky. And we have the notes in the top. We have dried fruits, dates, and olibanum, along with rose. In the mid, we have myrrh, incense, amber, cinnamon, cedar, jasmine, and orange blossom. In the base, we have civet, arglewood, which is oud, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, tonka bean, and vetiver. Yeah, so this I didn't pick up so much the dried fruit / date smell. I should have expected it though, with it being Camel and like obviously, you know, the Moroccan / Arabic sort of, you know, the things they're known for, you know, the dried fruits and the dates and stuff, you know, it's like synonymous with that culture along with spices. Yeah, but I like it. I really do like it. Yeah, I like it quite a lot. Yeah, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. This is my favourite so far, actually. Yeah, interesting. Undeniable quality as well. Really, really nice. Yeah, Camel is good. I like Camel. I was expecting to be the least favourite. Go on, Camel. Up next, Chameleon. Any of you well-schooled zoologist enthusiasts out there will be like watching, thinking, oh, every time I pick up something safe, oh, waiting for something that's going to make me go, oof. Because the only thing I've heard is that T-Rex is on the challenging side. Oh, that's weird. It smells almost metallic and green. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, actually, quite nice. I'm actually really surprised of how nice these are. I heard so many horror stories about zoologist fragrances being khaki. But no. So there's almost like a orris sort of smell here. In the background, like a sandalwoody sort of creaminess / orris, but it's in the background. Again, we've got some like green herbaceousness that's taken like the front row, so to speak. What is that? Violet? I think it might be violet. There's powderiness there, and there's a violet-like smell with green. It makes it smell watery. Orris, sandalwood, violet, green notes, watery notes, that kind of thing. Sandalwood, yeah, might be some vetiver in there too. Does smell earthy. Have a look at Chameleon. That does smell nice, actually. I would probably give that I don't know if it's like my type of thing. I don't think that it's something I would necessarily reach for. I appreciate the smell of it, but it's not really for me. I would give that like a 6.75, maybe 6.5. Just because of personal taste, but it does smell good. It's well crafted, but it's just not for me. 6.5 we'll say for Chameleon. Right, so the main accords listed for Chameleon are tropical, woody, sweet, fruity, yellow floral, citrus, powdery, musky, and marine. Yeah, I didn't get any aquatics like. So we've got ylang ylang, mango, starfruit, lemon, violet leaves, yeah, I knew it. Bergamot and pink pepper all in the top, and then frangipani, coconut, that's that creaminess, Sea notes, no, didn't get it. Cashmere, no, didn't get it. Didn't get sea salt either. Skin, it's a skin accord. Jasmine, saffron, and clove. And then we've got vanilla, musk, sandalwood, woody notes, amber, apoponax, patchouli, and vetiver. So the earthiness is from the patchouli. I was right about the vetiver and the sandalwood. No orris, which is strange. I really did like, maybe the Cashmerean was giving us that sort of vibe, but yeah, I was right about the violet leaves. All those fruits though don't really come over like that. Man, ylang ylang is so like lotion smelling. Those fruit notes just sort of meld with it. Yeah, I would say this would be better on a woman. Of course, how dare I gender someone by their fragrances?
Everything is so woke these days, it's out of control.
But traditionally, this isn't something a man would wear. Nice though. Just not for me. Yeah, probably a 6.25 or 6.5 for that one. We'll say 6.5. Now then, up next we have Cobra. Oh. Hey, that's mossy, that like. Oh. Oh, yeah. Vetiver. Green, grassy vetiver. Oak moss. Oh god, it isn't half. What else is that? Hey, this isn't this isn't normal. Oh wow. Oh, what is that? This smells like vegetation. Like proper jungle floor. Oh, there's some smoky there now. Oh, it's changing. Aniseedy. Clove, definitely. Star anise sort of smell. It hasn't half changed. Wow. It was a blast of like oak moss and really grassy vetiver, like damp vetiver, and it's changed now to like aniseed, clove, and yet something. I tell you what, these are really well crafted. Really well crafted. Yeah, something green again. What's that? There's a wood there. It's going back and forward. It's like going back to mossy and vetiver. Watch me be absolutely wrong here, and it'd be none of the things that I've just mentioned. Yeah, definite aniseedy, clovey, star anise sort of that kind of smell, you know. And it's dominant now. I can't pick up anything else from it. So the initial blast was like oak moss, earthiness, and like vetiver, but not hair straw like vetiver, like damp, grassy, you know, not pencil shaving-y, but like oily vetiver, you know. It's actually King Cobra. It's in alphabetical order, and I got to see, and it was like I couldn't find it, but it's actually King Cobra. It just says Cobra on there. So yeah, the main accords for King Cobra are earthy, green, smoky, aromatic, amber, woody, camphor, cannabis. All right. Yeah, you don't really get that. Not that I know what it smells like. Balsamic and citrus. So the listed notes. And there's petitgrain in this. I didn't get it though. No, well, it might be there detectable, but it isn't the headache inducer in the amount that sometimes it's dosed. It makes me like, oof. Right, so camphor, cannabis, pomelo, petitgrain, fig leaf, and mandarin. And then we've got soil tincture, black tea, cumin and leather in the mid, and then in the base we've got incense, moss, vetiver, patchouli, and amber. So I was right about the, possibility of the patchouli being for the earthiness and vetiver and moss. I said something smoky for the incense. But where the heck am I getting, because it's there, that sort of, is it from the cumin maybe? That I'm getting that aniseedy smell. Or the camphor. Who knows? Challenging. It smells like a really early 80s powerhouse men's mossy fragrance mixed with cooking spices. It's not something I would wear. Probably never if I had it given even. I appreciate the artistry. I actually quite like the smell, but I wouldn't want to smell of it. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 for Cobra. Up next, Squid Games. I'm expecting these to be very, very aquatic, very salty, ambergris style funk. Oh, now then, there's something secretion magnifique about this. Must be the salty smell. Squid, here we go. No. No, not for me, this one. No. Inky. Yeah, definitely inky. And I don't mind inky. I've got an inky fragrance just down here. John 4 black lacquer. Never ever pick these private blend bottles up by the cap. Honestly, pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Look at that. Pathetic. But yeah, that's nice. That's inky. Yeah, but there is something low tide about it. It's not stenchy, but salty, ambergris, sort of fishy sort of smell. It's not as bad as I first thought. Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as I first thought. I'm getting some pleasant notes now. I think I've smelt sandalwood in every single one of these so far. I think it's here again too. Yeah, but still not for me. Not as bad as I first thought. I think... Yeah, it's not as bad. Wish I had 10 arms. Tested them all on skin. But like Vishnu. Is it Vishnu or Shiva? That Indian god. I think it's Shiva, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's getting better and better as time goes on, actually. So, let's see what they say about Squid. Right, so Squid, I love the artistry on these bottles, man. Squid is amber, balsamic, aromatic, woody, salty, smoky, warm, spicy, and sweet. The listed notes are incense, amyl salicylate, pink pepper, ink, obviously, sea salt, opoponax, ambergris, benzoin, and musk. The sea salt, along with that ambergris at the beginning, was a bit much. It did smell overtly salty and fishy. But there is no sandalwood. But I do smell like a creamy woodiness. It even says it's woody. No woody notes. Might be in there. Yeah, nowhere near as bad as I first thought. Nowhere near as bad as I first thought. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Yeah, nowhere near as bad. I thought I was going to be giving this a 3 when I first smelled it there. But yeah, Squid, alright, not bad. 6 out of 10. Probably give it a wear on skin, actually, see how it develops. But not today. Okay, on to the next one. T-Rex. Is it hype or tripe? Is it stinky? Or not? Do you know what? I have a funny feeling, right, that people need to be subjected to some real stinky shit. Yeah, if this is what they're calling funky stinky shit, then they've clearly not experienced true funky stinky shit. T-Rex, here we go. A little bit worse than from the bottle. Ooh, right. Yeah, most animalic so far, yeah. Ooh, that's some Indian oud. Yeah, there's some barnyard there, like. Okay, I'll give you a due. This is on the challenging side. Barnyardy, smoky, oudy leather. Another wood. Maybe, is it cedar? It's difficult to say, man. Gaiac, like agarwood. Oh yeah, that's pungent. Yeah, that's barnyard. That's like Indian oud. That's like the oud in this, which I'm actually going to do a standalone review on this evening. That's smoky, slightly fecal, oudy leatheriness. Yeah. I can imagine though, with some time on skin, that will smell incredible. Fresh, spicy, woody, aromatic, amber, animalic, leather, balsamic, warm, spicy and floral. And the listed notes are fir, black pepper, bay leaf, nutmeg, bergamot and neroli. Didn't smell a single one of them. Champaca, geranium, rose, ylang ylang, osmanthus and jasmine. Nope. Resins, yeah. Leather, yeah. Chiara incense. Yeah, it would lead into that smoke, obviously. Cade oil, yes. Yes. Now you've said it, yes. Civet, cedar, yeah. I knew there was cedar in here. Patchouli, sandalwood and vanilla. So you're telling me there's no oud in this? All that funky barnyardy shit's coming from the civet? Nah, there's oud in this, man. There's definitely oud in this. Definitely get the resins, definitely get the leather, definitely get the cedar. Cade oil, now I've seen it. Jasmine, osmanthus, champaca, geranium, rose, ylang ylang. No. Maybe the bay. Now I've looked at it, and perhaps the pepper, but none of those florals in the mid. And it'd be different on skin. And this is just the first few minutes, obviously on paper, but this is the most challenging. I've still got Moth and Rabbit to go, but I have a feeling this has lived up to its reputation of being the most challenging. Unless there's more outside of this 10 that deserve that title. But yeah, I'll give it a 7 because I like stuff like that. I know that it'll be different on skin, and I know that the dry down will be a bit more me. Obviously, the leather and that, the ambers, the resins, those florals in the mid, man. I don't know what they're doing there, because everything else about it says it's a certain type of smell. Maybe it's just to balance it out. Maybe without them, it's too much. There's always that possibility, you know what I mean? Like spraying air freshener in a stinky cubicle. But yeah, I'll give it a 7. T-Rex is alright. On to the next one, the penultimate one. Here is Moth. I don't know what I'm expecting from Moth. Powdery. It's got like powder on its wings, hasn't it? Yeah, powdery and woody, because it eats, I think that some of them eat wood. This is similar to, was it Cobra? No, it wasn't Cobra. Chameleon. Yeah, it's got some similar notes to Chameleon. There was at least. That it's changing immediately. Like, that's starting to get better. but still got some glaring similarities between itself and Chameleon. Yeah, I quite like that. Sandalwood, powdery, maybe violety. Yeah, I quite like it. I think it's probably more for women too. I don't think I'll get away with that, but I do like the smell. I do like the smell. I would rate that like a 6.75. No, 6.5, just because it's not my particular taste. If it was, it would rate. I was going to say if I liked it, I would rate it higher. Yeah, no shit.
There's no need to state the obvious, boy.
Warm, spicy, woody, powdery. Yeah, I knew it would be woody and powdery. Fresh, spicy, honey. Yeah, smoky. Maybe a touch. Floral, yes. Amber, sweet, and oud. Don't really get the oud. You're telling me there's no oud in T-Rex, but there is in Moth. And it smells far more pleasant and nowhere near as challenging. Clove, black pepper, saffron, cumin, nutmeg, cinnamon, and lemon. Nah. Got that heliotrope again. Iris. No sandalwood. Huh? Does smell like it's not like, obviously it's not a one-to-one or a direct copy, or even they're not even brother or sister. They're like more like cousins. But there's some facets of Chameleon in this. Yeah. I think it's definitely a feminine fragrance. Yeah. Fragrantica, I think so too. Yeah. 6.5. Not bad. Final one. Rabbit. Ooh. Now then. This smells gourmand. This smells like cookie dough or something. It smells like a vape juice I used to vape. Like a cookie dough sort of vape juice. And it's cakey. Like cake batter. What is that? I'm going to have to go straight into the notes. Because I find it difficult to believe that is not. I didn't expect rabbit to be a gourmand. Like bee, yes. But rabbit? Was it carrot cake? Green, powdery, sweet, vanilla, fruity, cinnamon, almond. Almond. It's almond. But I've had almond in things before. I've got almond in Galans. I had it in Pegasus. That smells cakey. Cinnamon, green leaves, apple and bergamot in the top. Biscuit. It's got a biscuit note in it, man. Yeah, that's where I was getting that cakiness. Biscuit. Cinnamon, green leaves, apple, bergamot in the top. In the mid, you've got carrot, clover, violet and jasmine. In the base notes, we've got biscuit, vanilla, hair, white almond, musk and patchouli. That biscuit note. It's all I can smell. It's all I can smell. Yeah. Subjectively, a 7. Objectively, like a 5.5. I don't want to smell like that. So that's it. Like, let's go over them and I'll give you my standouts. Yeah, I really like Panda. It's sort of like a, you know, like a Teddy Mares H24. Is it H24 they call it? I don't have any of them. It's got that sort of like green, sort of wet, dewy grass sort of like vibe to it. Yeah. Yeah. Panda is definitely one I would wear. So is Penguin, unless it's changed a lot. And now I prefer Panda to Penguin. But again, this is just paper. But yeah. Yeah, I'd wear Penguin too. B was nice. Oh, it's got not as nice. I don't think I'd wear B now. Must be that heliotrope. Yeah, making it smell odd to me. Camel. Yeah, I'd definitely wear Camel. Camel might be my favourite. I really like Camel. Chameleon. Nice enough, but not my cup of tea. No. Cobra. I appreciate it, but again, it's not me. I do like it. I wouldn't recoil from someone wearing it, but it's just not me. Squid. I still wouldn't wear it. I like it loads better than when it first went on, but no. T-Rex. Oh, God. I don't know, you know. Like, I like animalics and leather and oud and that. But I don't think. I'm trying to think where I would wear it, because wherever you go wearing this, you're gonna turn heads, and not in a good way. It's not the shittiest thing I've ever smelled, but like in perfumery, but nah, it's too. Like, I like to wear challenging things given the right situations, but I think, or is it just me? I've got reviews to do. I was going to put someone's skin there. I've got other reviews to do tonight. I do like the leatheriness and the smokiness of it, but there's just something else that's making it too in your face. It's lifting all that up rather than it being like a heavy leather, you know what I mean? It's like, it's as if it's up in your eyes rather than yeah, if that makes sense. Moth. I quite like Moth. Yeah. Moth's all right. That's changed a lot, though. That's changed a lot. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago I smelled it. I wasn't this keen on it when I just smelled it a few moments ago, but yeah, I like it. I don't think I'd wear it, but I really, really like it. Yeah, so that's gonna be a standout for me, because even though it's not something I would reach for, it does smell really, really good. I think it is probably still more for women, but that being said, it's lovely. Like, it's really, really nice. Oh God, no, rabbit, no. It's just too artificial, like someone said there, and cakey, biscuit. You know what I mean? Like, Cobra. Cobra's nice, but not for me. Chameleon, I would actually put with Moth, to be fair. Like, in terms of, not for me, probably more feminine, but still really good smell. And B, yeah, I'll put B with it. I think B, Moth and Chameleon are more for the ladies. Sorry to be gender specific, but I do think the B, Moth and Chameleon are more for the ladies and still really nice. Not for me, obviously, but I do appreciate them as a really nice smell. But as far as I go, I really like Camel, Penguin and Panda, whereas Rabbit misses out because it's just too weird and cakey. T-Rex, because although I like leather and smoke and oud and animalics and that, I just think there's too much of something in there that makes it not nice. And Squid's just also weird. Oh, that's rabbit. Yeah, Squid's just also a bit weird. I do like the inkiness, but yeah. There's still things I appreciate about Squid, T-Rex and Cobra. Rabbit is a write-off. Rabbit's just too weird. I don't even know why it smells like that and why they chose to make it smell like that. It's just strange as hell. But yeah, Penguin, Panda and Camel for me, and in my opinion, B, Moth and Chameleon are nice, like really nice, but more for the ladies. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to edit the bejesus out of this. It is so long. Sorry guys. I do waffle. Well, yeah, that's it. That's my blind sniffing of 10 different Zoologist fragrances. So that'll do for today, guys. Thanks very much once again for tuning in. Thanks for coming back and checking me out. And as I always say, if you've liked this video and you're continuing to like my content, please smash the like button down below and subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you hit the bell notification icon down there so that you can be notified next time I upload some scented nonsense. So until next time, guys, stay safe, keep smelling good, I'll see you again.